Hello, I'm John, the Warhammer Modeller, and welcome to my November Hobby Roundup. Now November, like the previous months, is quite busy for me with work, so I don't get lots of time to do as much hobby as I'd want to. But this month I have managed to make a few things and paint something, so I'm going to run through the things that I've made, a bit more of a review actually, so you can see these models up close, and then show you the thing that I've painted. So the few things that I've made were from Forge World. They were for Necromunda. The first one is the Redeemer and Malakev. So these new models that have recently come out. So starting with the Redeemer, so you can get a good look at him. It's a really nice model to make, this one. Putting it together was nice and simple. I've still got a little bit more cleanup to do just on the inside of his big eviscerator, just to tidy up any flashing and so on, but it was a really nice model to put together, like I said. Nice characterful piece, this one. His sidekick, Malakev, from the comics that I used to read with the Redeemer in, where Malakev was a little short, stubby, fat-robed bloke with an axe and a stub gun. He's now turned into a walking book stand for the Redeemer. Here he is writing down the deeds of the Redeemer. This little guy had quite a few parts to him, a bit more complex to put together, but again, a really nice characterful model. There's some really nice pieces coming out for Necromunda at the moment, and something like this could be used for a great conversion for something else, but just as he is, really nice piece. Continuing with the Necromunda theme, and also the Cawdor theme, I got the Sheen Birds. So these, nice little kit. It's a cool little one. In my eyes, it matches very much to some of the older artwork. But really nice one there. The Flying Birds. I wanted to have a little bit of a practice, because I haven't used them in a while, with magnets. So on the flying stands, I chopped the top off and glued a magnet. And where the flying stand went, which is going to be, well, in his arse, I put the other magnet, so it glues on. So for painting, it's going to be nice and easy, but also means that it can be a little bit more dynamic in moving him around. And then again, with this final one, the magnet to then just stick it together. So also for travel, it's going to be a lot easier to do. I wish there's a few other models I wish I'd put magnets on rather than stick them to the flying bases. It's something that I think I'll do in the future with all things on flying bases. It makes it a little bit easier for transport and painting and so on. The reason why I did the magnets was mainly for this third model that I've put together, which is the Stig Shambler. Again, more Necromunda, more Cawdor. This was a great model to put together. So you've got what I presume is the Shambler, the big guy on the bottom, and then on top the gunner, the Stig. It comes with two weapon choices, a twin link heavy stubber and a heavy flamer. And what I ended up doing was just putting magnets at key points to allow me to swap the weapons over. So the tube from the heavy flamer comes off. I've left the fuel barrel on the belt. I don't think it looks out of place. And then I can just pull that out. There's a little magnet I've placed in here. And I can replace it with the heavy stubber. Now, this conversion was really easy to do if anyone wants to give it a go. The only thing I had to do was cut out the back section here of both the twin link heavy stubber and, get that in focus, and the heavy flamer, just to allow it to slide in to position there. So I've got quite a few Redemptionist and Cawdor items that I need to paint. It's going to be one of my 2022 goals, is to paint all of those as a gang. I've got a few bits and pieces that I want to collect before I go on it as a whole and paint them all. So those were the things that I made. I did manage to paint, which I was really happy with, the Anasta Vampire Lord, the commemorative series one from Games Workshop. And here's mine painted up. So I went with quite a simple paint scheme, just the reds for the fabric, and then I wanted to practice my weathered patinaed metals for the armour. So built that up in quite a few layers using different paints and inks to get a kind of a more ancient patinaed look. The skin I did with quite a few greys and purples and blues, just washes, and then brought lighter kind of colours over the top to get that kind of dead ancient skin look. Had to go with the dragon arm on this one. It's a great piece. Really nice model, this one. It was quite nice doing something different from a normal Necromunda and everything. I'm considering trying to get a hold of another one of these because I've got an idea for a conversion that I want to do. I also did a little bit of photography practice with this one with my little light box. Here are the results. Anyway, that's my roundup for this month. A little bit of making, a little bit of painting. So, whatever you're doing hobby-wise, I hope you're having fun and enjoying it. I'm John, the Warhammer Modeler. Stay safe.